Today, we have the most underrated smartwatch on the market, and it's the Galaxy Watch 4. Let's unbox it and find out if this watch is worth buying in 2023. On the front of the box, we have a picture of the watch itself, some branding on the left, and the watch size to the right. The watch comes in two sizes, 40 and 44 mm. The one I've got is the 44 mm variant. On the back, we have some more specifications of the watch. And on the bottom, we have the retail tag, which states the MRP to be $29,999 and the month of manufacture as September 2022. Let's unbox the device and see what's inside. As we open the box, we've got a bit of packaging, and for some reason, the packaging doesn't seem to be facing the right way, with the Samsung's logo facing down. Anyway, below the packaging, we have the watch itself, and it comes with the strap installed. The watch has a modern, minimalistic, sleek-looking design, a sweat-proof sports band, and a low-profile bezel that makes it look and feel extremely premium. There are two buttons on the right, the home and the back button. The back button can also be remapped to function as a multitask button. To the back of the watch, we've got all our sensors, and since it charges wirelessly, we don't see any contact points. Coming to the strap, it's made of skin-friendly fluoroelastomer that's both durable and sweat-resistant. The 20 mm straps are also interchangeable with more color options if you need them. I think the 44 mm looks pretty good, and the watch band rests nice and plush on my wrist. Getting back to the packaging itself, along with the watch, we get a USB-A to proprietary Samsung wireless charger, and a quick start guide. Unfortunately, we don't get a charging brick included in the packaging. Now let's take a closer look at the watch next to an Apple Watch 45 mm. And as you can see, both these watches have a very different approach when it comes to design. Apple having a more squared off design, and the Galaxy Watch coming in with a more circular design. Ultimately, I think it really comes down to personal preference. The watch seems to have come with no charge. Let me charge and set it up real quick. Okay, we're back, and it looks like the charging speeds aren't the greatest. It took almost 2 hours for a full charge from zero, and you can say it's a bit slow when you compare it to the OnePlus Watch or the Apple Watch, which just takes around an hour to go from 0 to 100. Now while the watch turns on, let's get into our Galaxy Watch wearable app that I installed from the Play Store. I love the permissions it's asking for and find the watch to pair. It then asks to install an additional Galaxy Watch 4 plugin from the Play Store. Once the plugin's installed, we can go back to our wearable app and continue with the setup. Once the setup is complete, it's going to ask you to install a bunch of apps that I personally don't use. So you could say it's relatively bloatware free. I'm only installing the Spotify and the Cardiogram app from the list of apps it suggested. Now the watch seems to have completely set up. And as I take the tour of the watch, let me quickly brief you on the software. The Galaxy Watch 4 and the Watch 4 Classic are the first smartwatches to run the new One UI powered by Google's Wear OS. Meaning it's built by Samsung and is based off Google's Wear OS, which technically lets you get the best of both worlds. Now on the home screen of the app, you can see that the watch is paired, and you can also see the battery percentage. There are 4 major tiles on the app: watch faces, app screens, tiles, and quick panel. On the watch face tile, you can see that there are a plethora of options to choose from. And as you choose them, they are instantly applied to the watch. You can also edit a watch face as you want it to be, from complications to colors. You can even edit the animated characters on the face. Next we have the app screen, where you can edit the layout of the apps and keep them the way you like it. On the tiles menu, you can go in and edit the sequence of apps on your tiles. You can add, remove, or edit the tiles the way you like it, and it shows up as soon as you've saved the changes. We also have the quick panel edit. where you can edit the quick notification panel with icons and the placements you need. Additionally, we have the settings app from where you can manage all the settings with respect to the watch, including notifications, managing sounds, vibrations, brightness, switching on and off the always on display, switching on power saver, and many more options. Finally, we have the Find My Watch option, which lets you ring your watch if you've misplaced it or lost it. Overall, I'd say the app is extremely functional to do everything you'd want to do with the watch. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 is a true smartwatch, unlike most of the watches in this price segment. And talking about price, the watch was released for around 30,000 in 2021 and is currently selling on offers for 9,000 rupees. And at this price, it's definitely a steal in my opinion. If you had to compare the watch to other devices in the same price range, you've got the OnePlus watch, the MI Watch Revolve Active, and the Amazfit GTR 3. But do you know what's the biggest difference? The Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 is the only watch that runs Google's Wear OS compared to the other watches' custom OSs. This means that it's the only watch that lets you have a Play Store, third-party apps, Google Assistant, regular updates, and actionable notifications. Basically meaning that all your other watches are just fitness bands that look like watches. Wear OS just brings so much more functionality. You get notifications that are actionable, meaning you can respond to text via suggested replies, or type on the watch, or even use your voice to type out a reply. You get the Play Store, through which you can download and install third-party apps like Spotify, Google Maps, and other fitness apps. You also get a fully functional phone app with a dialer to make calls directly from your watch. Plus, this watch gets updates for up to 4 years. Meaning you still have 3 more years of updates that are yet to release. The Watch 4 also comes with a great processor, the Exynos W920. Pair this processor with 16 GB of storage and 1.5 GB of RAM, and it delivers a smooth and intuitive experience for a watch at this price. The Galaxy Watch 4 is well ahead of its competition when it comes to fitness tracking as well. This is mainly because the Watch 4 comes with a bunch of additional sensors when compared to the others in the segment. The bioactive sensor is an all-in-one sensor that lets you monitor your heart rate, ECG, blood pressure, and blood oxygen levels. The bioelectrical impedance sensor is also a first in its class that lets you measure the body's composition, and accuracy of all these are incredible. Additionally, there is also auto workout detection, Google Fit support, and the Samsung's Health app, which are really good. The catch? Battery life. Well, the battery life is not incredibly bad by any means, and it will last you through a day with maybe 20% by the end of it. But the charging speeds could have been slightly better, the battery could have lasted a bit more longer. But at 9,000 rupees, who's to complain? If you're planning to buy a true smartwatch in 2023 with a budget of 9,000, I would strongly recommend the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. Heck, I would even suggest this watch if your budget was up to 12,000, because even at that price, you're getting a great product. If you think the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 is a great device at 9,000 rupees, share this with your friends or anyone looking to buy a true smartwatch, the links to which are in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.